Now then, welcome to the latest instalment of Red Army TV. On Red Army TV, also on the radio station. And in true Keith Lemon style, I need something on my hand. Run VT. Just trying to find ourselves. Just bear with us while we do a bit of housekeeping. There it is. We can see now. So if you want to send your messages in, at least we can read them. Right, let's get on with the latest. It is Red Army TV, and I'm pleased to say Paul Burke makes his return.
Good. Save the best to last.
Well, there you go. You see, it's good to have you back in.
Here, finally.
Good to have you back in, mate. We haven't seen you for yonks.
I know, 3 years.
Have you been hibernating in Redgar?
Yeah.
Oh, good lads.
Yeah. Everybody else does.
We do like a good bit of hibernation. and the man that is with us.
Now then.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
You were, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
I did. You made your debut 2 weeks ago.
I certainly did. Yeah.
What a lad. He's. I mean, so good. We had to bring him in twice.
I was going to say.
Yeah, caused a bit of problems as well with your review of Rotherham, but we'll get into that a bit later on. People disagreeing with you, mate. But
yeah.
Oh, look, it's got to the real pointy end of the season. It really has. It's Boro against Coventry. We'll get onto that in but a jiff. But plenty of things still happen. I mean, let's have a look back at Rotherham. I mean, I looked at Rotherham and I thought, there's absolutely no way can they turn us over. Now, we did try and pass them to death, but at the end of the day, it's another 3 points that went begging. Was it a game we could just toss off? Or was it a game...
Choice of words there, Dave.
Well, I mean, we did, didn't we? Or is it a game that we needed to win? What's your thoughts?
I think we needed to win it. We should have put up more of a fight than we actually did. We were terrible. I was there. I think we only had one.
In hospitality.
Yeah. That's all I like to brag, but I was in hospitality.
Yeah, how would you wangle that one?
I can't I'll just tell you. I think it had been a different game if Riley's shot had gone in that was cleared off the line, but that didn't. And again, second half, we folded. Should the keeper have saved the goal? In my opinion, yes, he should have done it. It was a tame effort. All he needed to do was take one step to his left. People could say he was unsighted by the defender, but he still should have been putting in more effort than he did.
No, I don't think we really needed. I don't think we really needed to win it. You know, like really? I'm of the probably the unpopular opinion amongst Boro fans. I think confidence is the thing going into the playoffs, but I think as soon as we guaranteed the playoffs, that for me is one of those things where it's like, the job's done. Let's rest our big players. Let's get a couple of the young lads in, or try a couple of players out of position, and just see how it goes. Really, I think, like say, the red card, very unfortunate. I don't know what I'm sure we'll go on to that one shortly.
We can get on to that.
Well, let's just say, when you've got all four sides of the ground booing the referee, you know there's something wrong.
Yeah.
For me, the second tackle by Lenihan was worse than the first.
Well, like I say, I don't know if anyone's seen it on the shorts on TikTok and on YouTube, but I did
is
a
this
very...
your appearance?
Yes, this is my appearance.
What did you say? Give us a pricing.
So basically,
that means give us a shortened version.
I was just slating Jordan Hugo for going down a bit too easily.
Like a sack of spuds.
Like a sack of spuds, I think, with the exact words. As you can tell, I wasn't going to use the word spuds, but you can get the gist. Tatties, that was the one. Yeah. But I thought he went down very easily. I thought he made it look worse. The fact he dragged Dyke down with him, obviously went down, dragged him over the top, so it's always going to look a little bit worse. Obviously, I think in the situation, it looks like it's last man as well. So I think he's played a lot on that, and I think, let's say, it was a poor decision. But
poor refereeing.
A lot of Rotherham fans think that we should have had more than just the one red card, apparently.
Well, they were going down like a sack of spuds.
Yeah.
I mean, every 5 minutes the game was stopped for treatment because there's a player down.
Yeah.
Bunch of big girls' blouses as far as I'm concerned, but there you go. But the interesting thing is, Boro haven't appealed the red card.
I don't think it's worth it when Smith's back, because I think for the last game of the season, you're always going to put Smith in, and then it just means that Dyke's ready for the playoffs if needs be. So it's only one game ban, isn't it?
Yeah. Only came to me this evening that we hadn't appealed it, and if we did, and it wasn't overturned, he would have had another game added on, so he could have potentially missed the first leg against whoever we get.
So tactically, from obviously whoever makes the decisions at Middlesbrough, it's a great idea. I think you just let bygones be bygones, just go, you know what, we've got bigger fish to fry when it comes to the playoffs.
We have, and I'm going to get on to how you guys have been taking the mick out of me for a while, because I've been saying for some time on this very programme that I was concerned not at the results, I was concerned at the way we were approaching games and the way we were playing, all to do with and framed around consistency and momentum, because that's what you need going into a playoff campaign. And we knew we were going to get into playoff campaigns. It would have taken something mega over the last few weeks for us not to do it. But our performances, I know, I said that it was the programme before Norwich that I said I'm concerned at the way we're playing. And then lo and behold, we go and score 5. Everybody on this show takes the complete mick out of me, and I'm made to look like a buffoon. However, humble pie does taste very nice, so you guys can have it.
I've got nothing to do with this. I've not been here for 3 years.
I know you haven't. What about the momentum side of things, though, Paul? Because it might have been a game we didn't have to win. We'd already secured our place, etc., etc. But we're now going into a massive game against Coventry on the back of a 1-0 defeat to a team that was scrapping to save their lives.
Yeah. The momentum, like you said, you'd like to have kept some, but it's dropped massively. You know,
we don't have any momentum.
No, we don't.
2 wins in 7.
We're all on Monday.
I would say there's been a marked decline since the likes of Force, Ramsey, like our attacking line that have been the sort of staple since December or January time. I think that's when you've seen a bit of a decline with the team and the form. Like, I think we're struggling up top, apart from Akpom and Archer, who are still scoring goals. Like, McGree's sort of dried up a little bit recently, and no one's really come in. Like Jones, like I said, I know he's only played a few games, but
he had a great game against Luton.
Yeah, I'd say.
But then I didn't see much out of him against Rotherham.
Yeah, again, like I'm hoping that's not him falling back into his form of like the start of this season, where it's been a bit, I'm not going to take that player on, or I'm not going to put that ball in the box. Like, but again, I think it's just it'd be interesting to see what goes on, like without those players up top.
And Giles was a big miss against Rotherham.
Yes, yeah.
There was literally no service to Archer or Akpom or anybody.
Yeah.
You know.
And Johnny Housen, I mean, it was bizarre, wasn't it? One in training, the other one in the warm-up.
Yeah.
Dropping like flies.
Not the right time.
At the wrong point. Yeah.
Just as you get, McNair back in, you get McGree coming back in. Who else did we get back in? Tommy Smith came back in.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you lose another 2. So, fingers crossed. But it's not too difficult. But just on the momentum theme, how tough will it be for us to switch back on? Because we ain't got many games left to try and get a run put together.
I don't think it will be. I think Carrick, he'll have them firing straight away. That's my hope, knowing who Carrick's worked with, who he's mentioned before, like Fergie.
Yeah.
He'll have him switch on like that, and I'm hoping that transfers to the Boro.
Well, I'm hoping that the positivity that he's brought to the club, I'm hoping that that's gonna, like, even against Rotherham, he was like, it's fine. We've got bigger games coming up. Like, he's obviously talking about the playoffs. And I'm hoping that he brings that mentality and he goes, you know what, like, arm around the lads and go, on the next one, it's fine. We've done our job now. Like,
has he shown his hand by resting Akpom when he didn't have to?
Well, yeah.
Do you think that sent a message? Well, I haven't really sent a message to other teams, but does it give us a bit of an insight into, okay, I'm going to rest Akpom. I don't want to lose him against a team he could arguably be playing in the final if we get through.
Yeah.
But equally, is that an indication that the last 4 games really have not been?
Well, I'm really hoping that
significant.
He does the same thing against Coventry. I think because there's a very, very good chance that if they beat us, they've taken the 5th spot. So if they beat us and take out Akpom in the process, then
would you want to play a worse performance on Monday to have them in the playoffs, so they don't really know what they're coming into?
Now that's.
Now, we've got to come on to that, fellas. We've got to come on to that. But let's get a few comments in. Ian James Barron. Hi, guys. It's your favourite Darlow fan back. I hope you're well. We are, mate. We are. It's good to have Darlow watching us. Who else is here? I will come on to this a bit later. Damon LaRoche. I think we've got a great chance in the playoffs, considering the teams that are currently in there. Keith Stroud ref stats are a joke. He showed more red cards than Havard dinners. Same guy. Well done, mate. Well done, Damon. Ian James, again, good luck for the playoffs from a Darlow fan. Don't know why he's now. Ian, why have you embraced us when we talk about the Boro? Although Alan Armstrong, good lad. Momentum is key in any sport. That's Ian. Michael Byrne, good to see Paul back on.
Well, it's about time.
Lee Fisher chipped in. Lee, we haven't heard from you for yonks, mate. I hope you're well. Look on the other side of our recent form. We've suffered injuries to our attacking players. We don't want to risk Chuba, etc. Show our hand against the playoff rivals like Luton. We'll be fine for the playoff matches.
I totally agree.
so okay. You guys think we're going to be fine. We can switch it back on. Hopefully Johnny Howson, not too bad in terms of injury. Don't know what it is. It's been very quiet. I mean, that's one thing you can say about Carrick. He does keep his injury details to himself, doesn't he? Doesn't give the game away. Suddenly somebody appears. It's like, oh, they're back. They must be fit.
Proper poker face, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? Yeah. Well, he's probably learnt that at Old Trafford. So let's talk about the positives. McNair, Smith, McGree. Last 2 weeks, come back from injury. What have you seen from them?
The Rotherham game, for me, McGree looked on it. He looked fit. He looked sharp straight away. He didn't look rusty. He didn't look injured. Well, he's obviously back fit, but he hit the ground running 100% straight away. So that was a good sign.
I think going like attacking wise, he was our most positive player. Like in the transition from midfield to attack, I think he picked the ball up. He'd take on a couple of players. He was trying to sort of get it going in the box a little bit, and I think he
almost scored, didn't he?
Yeah,
he almost
scored. Taking that chance.
Like I say,
story, yeah.
But I think, like I say, I think he'll be crucial with all the attacking players out. I feel like he'll be the one at the minute to hopefully, if we can keep him fit, like he offers us that attacking prowess a little bit.
What I'd like to see on Monday is a better performance than we put in down at the CBS.
Yeah.
Back in October in Wilder's last game in charge. I'd like to compare the two teams and see how
I don't think that would be
hard. It's not going to be hard, but we were terrible that day.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
You know, so I think the lads need to get one up on Coventry. So I think they'll be on it.
So we did Norwich twice going into the playoffs. They did us in the final. So what are we suggesting? Are we suggesting
lose tomorrow? I'll lose on Monday, and then hopefully we'll
put a weekend side out, lose, give them no chance to crock the likes of Chuba et al.
They only need a point, don't they, to be secure of the 5th place in the playoffs. So a draw or a loss.
Yeah.
I mean, the strategy is great when you think about it. Do we need momentum? So do we need to beat them? So do we field the strongest possible side? Do we look at it like Luton and think, let's not give them the opportunity to crock our best players when we're already in the middle of a bit of an injury crisis? You know, almost toss the game off and say, give them no idea whatsoever in terms of what we're going to do, how we're going to play, you know, for them to take into the playoff games. How do we approach it? What would you do if you were Carrick, other than bank the cash?
I think I'd give the young lads a chance. I'd give them a game, see what they can do. Like I say, realistically, it's not a must-win game. Like in the grand scheme of things, I'd personally give the young lads a chance, see if there's any of those fringe players that can possibly step up in the playoffs. Because, like I say, with the injury crisis, God knows what's coming next.
It's not a must-win game, but it's going to be a full house. You know, the fans deserve a win. That stadium sold out almost
very
2 weeks before the game. I've never seen it sell out so early. So, you know, last game of the season, people might not be able to play us. Let's go out with a win on a high point and make my life at home a lot more easier.
And what if, you know, Mark Robbins, still don't like him because he crossed the ball for Emil Heskey's equaliser at Wembley back in 1990 in the League Cup final. So I've never liked him. You know, what if he sends somebody out to crock Akpom?
I think we should do
a Dean Windass.
I think we should do the same for Gyökeres.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Get a young lad on the pitch and say to him, 15 minutes in.
We're happy to lose the game. Go and get yourself sent off.
Go for it.
Just make sure he doesn't play in the playoffs. Oh, come on, you can't.
No, I'm not that cynical, but
if we got someone like Millwall in the playoffs, now they're a team that would go and do something like that over 2 legs. Personally.
Well, that's the thing. I think, like, obviously, I know we'll go on to teams in the playoffs, so But I think Millwall is a team to avoid if they have any chance of or if they do get in the playoffs.
I'd rather play them over 2 legs than play them at Wembley, to be honest.
I'd rather not play them at all.
I think over 2 legs we have a
anybody's
chance.
beatable, and we've shown that over the season.
Okay, couple of more comments. Lee Fisher, we've done that one, haven't we? Hiya, Lee. Good to have you with us, mate. Mohammed Ibraz with us. Hi, mate. Welcome, guys. Boro need to wake up and come out of this bad spell. Damon's back on again. Michael Carrick will get the players motivated for Monday and the playoffs. We've come a long way from 21st to 4th. It's amazing if we fail to go, even if we fail to go again, but I don't think we will. McGree was fantastic, considering he's just come back. Tommy Smith was poor, in my opinion, but he has had a lot of good games, so let's give him a break. It's an interesting one because I don't know. How do you... It's likely to be 3 successive games against the same team. How much can you learn? How much can the Boro learn of Coventry? How much can Coventry learn from the Boro?
I'm sure they'll have been watching every opponent over the last couple of weeks. I think they can
They'll
learn
know about us anyway.
They'll know about us anyway. We'll know about them. We know they're danger man, Jokeresh. They've got players like Josh Eccles, Matty Godden, all danger men that we just need to be aware of. Players will know about that. They've got a good goalkeeper in Ben Wilson. Scored the goal up against Blackburn, didn't he? With his head, he says.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get a second for the season, but...
But no, we can beat anybody.
I agree with that. I think both clubs have done the research over the last... Well, it's fair, they've done it for a long time now. And I think if you change up your tactics, you can sort of... You could throw a spanner in the works and sort of like change them up slightly and be like, we'll see how it goes. But like you may as well go with what you've been working on the training ground. Like, just keep going ahead with it.
Us as fans, we're not really going to know up until 2 o'clock.
Basically,
on Monday what lineup he puts out.
He's not going to give any clues, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
Will Coventry go a weaker or whoever on Monday? Will they?
Coventry can't, can they?
No, that's true. There.
You know, we can. Coventry can't, so they're going to be all guns blazing because they need something from the game.
Yeah.
There's still a handful of teams that can jump into the 5th and 6th spot. What have we got? We've got Blackburn, Sunderland, West Brom, Coventry, Millwall. Looking through all them, you've already said you don't want to play Millwall.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you do want to play? We're in there. We can do this. We're not going to put the mockers on anything right now. We're in the playoffs.
I think for me, I think it would be between Coventry and West Brom.
You fancy playing them?
Yeah. I think if we got Coventry, which is the most again, if they beat us, it's the definite. But I think Coventry, they've looked good this season. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we could get a win over 2 legs with them. I feel like the likes of Millwall, for example, like at the Den. It could be a scrappy game. It could be... They're not to grind out wins. They're a dirty team. And I think we could... Well, we probably will turn them back over at the Riverside if we played them. But I think with West Brom and Coventry, I think we'd have a good chance to get maybe a 1-0, nick a 1-0 at their place, and then come back to the Riverside and batter them.
For me, I don't want to face Millwall.
Yeah.
At all?
At all, because there's a certain player that moved to Millwall in January.
Who likes leaving his foot there? Oh, that one. Oh, he's all right. Thought about George Saville for a moment there.
No, the other one. And it's absolutely nailed on that he'd score. So for me, avoid Millwall at all costs.
How about Sunderland?
Yeah, I was about to say, and I think Sunderland, that's just... That would be a toss of a coin. That I think, no matter what form you go into it all with, no matter what type of season you've had, as soon as you have I know it's the not a derby, but...
Oh, don't start this
debate. I know.
Again. Don't start this debate again.
It's not a derby, but as soon as you have a rivalry like that, anything can happen.
Would you like Sunderland in the final at Wembley?
Definitely not. Then again, I wouldn't. I don't want Luton in the final either. So.
I'd love to play at Sunderland at any time because I think we'll do them. I know they did us 2-0 at their place, but that was a particularly bad day for us. And Mogger's a magician. What he's done, with them this season's been fantastic. But I just think the occasion will be too big for them, whether it's 2-legged semi-final or whether it be a final. So Sunderland don't concern me at all. I'd be quite, even this northeast thing, no, I'd be quite happy to play them. I wouldn't want to play Millwall at Wembley if we get there.
Touch wood, fingers crossed.
Yeah, touching wood. Simply because I think it's effectively a home game for them. Their horrible fans will be out in force. They'll be nasty on the field. It'll just be they'll just try and completely upset our style of play.
I agree.
In a one-off showpiece game. Over 2 legs, I think they can't do that. They can try, but over 2 legs, it's a completely different beast. So I don't mind playing them. I don't know.
I'd like to avoid West Brom as well.
Well, after seeing Sunderland do them 2-1 at the Hawthorns, it's given me hope again.
Are Blackburn still in the mix?
Blackburn are still in the mix.
Because
they could be the dark horse.
Because if Blackburn somehow managed to sneak into it all, like I don't think anyone would mind playing against them.
Yeah.
There are so many permutations for Monday that no one's going to really know until quarter to 5.
I mean, we're the only ones sitting there, comfortable, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because we know we're in. Luton know they're in.
Yeah.
Everybody else, well, there's the 5 of them scrapping for 2 places. Preston can't make it anymore now. I think they're too far. Swansea are too far adrift. So we won't have Nathan Wood coming back to head in at the far post and, stick his tongue out at us and go, no. An interesting one here from Damon. I've not heard this before, but apparently on the Coventry website, Gyökeres has an ankle injury.
Oh, that's all right then.
Hey, party time!
Is this setting us up? Is this doing a bit of a Michael Carrick here? We're not going to play him because he's got an ankle injury.
The mind games are you like?
I'm sure I would have been taught that at home. I've not heard anything like that.
Yeah, because your good lady, this is an interesting one. Can we spill the beans?
Yeah, go on.
His good lady is a massive Coventry fan.
Oh, God.
So the Burke household is going to be a right place to be over the next 2 weeks, isn't it?
And at the start of the season...
Of all the teams, Coventry.
Yes. The first thing she said, we're going to have nothing to play for in the final day of the season. That'll be fine. And she's in the away on Monday.
Is she?
She is. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk to her, mate. Let her... I wouldn't even eat the food. You never know what she's going to do to you.
Ian Beale, like Shannon did.
Let's beat them with the second string team, then watch them melt down. Stu Gawley, good lad. Stu, over in Canada. I think that's it. Oh, no. Damon's back on every team in the playoffs at present. I don't fear them, neither should the lads. It's an interesting one. Just an update on the ticket situation for the playoffs. Is Monday a sellout already?
Yes.
So Monday's gone. So playoffs, 2 games, obviously. First leg, we're away from home. That's Sunday the 14th. Then Wednesday 17th at 8 o'clock is the return leg, the second leg at the Riverside. Tickets go on sale Tuesday the 2nd for season card holders. So that's at 10 a.m. Tuesday, so that's on. So right now, season card holders can get their tickets. The 9th of May, Tuesday the 9th at 9 a.m. in the morning, tickets are on sale to supporters with 70 plus points. Or those with 2023 and 24 season cards confirmed. So that's when I'll be on. I'm in Bloomin' I'm in Thailand. When's 9 o'clock in the morning over there? Anybody with a clue, please let me know. 10th of May, 9 a.m. Tickets on sale to supporters with 33 points. Thursday the 11th, 9 a.m. Tickets on sale to supporters with 10 or more points. And then at 2 p.m. on the Thursday the 11th, tickets on sale to supporters with 2 or more points. So that's the ticket situation. So predictions then for Monday. Let's have predictions on what type of lineup we'll put out. Then we'll look at the score. What do you think? What's he going to go with?
Well,
couple of young'uns?
I'm hoping there's
go
a
with
couple
force?
Yeah, I'm hoping there's a couple of youngsters in there. But like I say, it's something that it's difficult to predict.
In front of 34,000 at the Riverside, would he put youngsters in though?
Well, like I say, I personally would. I think it's like when better to just throw them in at the deep end and say, you know what, just have a go. Just go out there, have fun. Like you've heard loads of stories about like youngsters at Man United with Michael Carrick being in front of him saying, just go out there and have fun. Like hopefully he'll do something similar to that. But again, I reckon he will put out a strong team. I reckon he'll be looking at the typical Smith, Lenihan, possibly McNair or Howson, depending on the injury situations. I think
he's not going to risk those who are coming back.
No,
really coming back quickly from injury, is he?
I can't see him do that at all.
Players like Fry coming back.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Ramsey, like that. He was spotted back.
Even Johnny
spotted back at Villa last week. Wasn't he, in his training gear, getting fit. But I think there'll be a core squad of 8, 9 players.
Yeah, I think yeah, you can say like Dan Barlasser and Hackney, they'll probably be the midfield, and then like say going forward, it's whether or not you dare put Akpom back in.
Do you see Chuba play?
Yes.
He's desperate to play. He wants to get 30 goals.
Yeah,
last
you
game
can see the game slipping away from him.
You know, Gyökeres is second underneath him, so I'd like to see the two of them up against.
Well, we're going to have plenty of chances. It's likely we're going to play them the next 3 games.
Like I say, if Akpom wants a bit of a curtain sort of like round of applause and all that, put him in the starting lineup, sub him off 2 minutes in.
All right.
Keep him safe.
Come back to the score predictions very shortly. I just need to check in with Super Rob, who's pressing all the buttons. Rob, do we have that Mikel clip ready to roll?
We do, mate.
Oh, what a good man. So, I don't really know it, fellas, but the last person to sit on that couch was Mick Elbeck a couple of days ago. He came in. He was over for the reunion, which you went to, didn't you?
Yeah, fantastic
you enjoy it?
night. Yeah, brilliant night.
Yeah.
So many stories.
How many selfies?
1 or 2. 10.
Good lad. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Good performance. So he sat on that very chair. And we took the opportunity to ask him about the charity game, of course, because COVID got in the way. Then, even though lockdown ended in the UK and travel became possible again, other countries that were involving some of the players, particularly Brazil, were still locked down and players couldn't travel, etc. So COVID really put the mockers on what we were trying to do for a long time. And then it's a case of which division are we going to be in next season? So it's been really tricky to try and tie down a date. But anyway, just to do a bit of a recap, this is what Mikel had to say about the game, the charity match. Is it or is it not going to happen? Take a look.
We can 100% say to everyone that is sitting, still asking themselves, will it go through? And I know also I've had so many people writing to me that it's 100% still on. We hope it could maybe go through this summer, start of next season.
Yeah.
We're still talking to the club and, do whatever it takes for it to happen this summer. If not, for sure it'll happen the summer after. So we are working on it, and I hope we will manage to do it this summer.
Sneaking a bit of water there, JJ.
I was slightly, yeah.
Good lad, good lad. So, so we're doing our best, is the message, to try and get this confirmed. But it's very short notice for this summer. But we're trying, absolutely trying, working closely with the club to try and to nail this down. And talking with the key players just to make sure if we do it this summer, they are available, because we need the key players to be here and part of it. And if it isn't, it will definitely be next summer. So watch this space. We'll update you. So predictions there. Oh no, before we go to predictions, you've just got a message. When Mikel was talking. Oh, is it on here?
Yeah. It's on the page.
I thought you got a personal message.
No.
Oh, hang on. We've also got a predicted lineup from Lee Fisher, but we'll come on to that one. Where's the good lady? I don't have it. No. It's not on mine. Well, would you like to read it out, since it's your good lady?
I would never poison my husband, I am told. Not for all the tea in Coventry. I don't believe it.
Good man. Matthew Proudman just checked, doesn't say anything on the site about him being injured. Well, there you go. Michelle Besford, higher. Lee Fisher. Barlasser and Moat in midfield. I'd be surprised if Chuba plays. Up front will be Rodrigo and maybe Sonny Finch. Stefan, Dykesdale. Can't be Dykesdale, can it? McNair, Lenehan, Bowler, Barlasser, Moat, Jones, Moniz, Finch and Willis. That's his prediction. Thanks for that one, mate. Good prediction. So, scorelines, fellas. First game we're talking about against Coventry. What's going to happen on Monday?
On Monday, I reckon it'll be a draw. I reckon it'll be either a ball draw or 1-1.
Okay.
I think it'll just be Boro playing it safe. Like, obviously Coventry all guns blazing, so could even get 2-1, to be honest.
What, the Boro?
Yeah, like I reckon, because like say, as we've seen this season, like that's where Carrick's really taken us, is to a counter-attacking team. Like, we've looked good going forward, but on the counter-attack we've been blistering out, in my opinion. So I think, like I say, either we'll go. I'll go for a 2-1 to Boro. I'll stay positive.
Oh, good lad. Got a defence where you going, Paul?
Thankfully, I've had my tea tonight, so I'm all right for tonight. But I didn't bring my house keys, and I want to get in the house. But who cares anyway? So Boro are going to win 2-0.
Yeah, Naomi, do you hear that?
I thought you were going to shoot out a 6-0 there.
No, 2-0.
Yeah, I'm feeling confident. 6-0.
I'm still concerned, fellas. I'm still concerned at the momentum. I think it's a game
Dave's getting ready for his next TikTok.
I can see every reason under the sun why we would want to rest players, but I think it's a game we've got to take something out from a positivity, a mentality, a momentum perspective. So I'm hoping that he does play the team and everybody comes through without injury. If we don't, look, I'm going to be splinter bum time. It's going to be 1-1. That's my goal. So
I'm hoping that now you've said I'm panicking and I'm worried. I'm hoping that if someone makes a TikTok
about it,
last time
we beat Norwich by 5.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm worried.
So,
I'm worried.
yeah.
I'm very worried.
What does the Coventry fan think?
You shall find out when you get home. But I don't think we've got time to oh, actually, come on, Naomi, give us the prediction. Just before we wrap up, let's have the Coventry prediction. Come on, has it come through yet? Has it come through yet?
Keep refreshing the page.
Give it a big refresh, because I've still got Lee Fisher's message as my last message, so nothing come through.
Oh, nothing come through yet. No,
all right,
never mind.
Okay, we tried to bring you the flavour from Coventry. We have to keep talking because Rob's left his button pressing territory. It's about to end there, mate. Sorry. Apparently, Boro are doing their awards on Twitter now. If you
doing
the awards. Yeah, Boro awards. Community awards. Oh, hang on.
Get on
Twitter quick and have a look. Give people an update. Can we? Apparently, the Boro are doing some awards right now on Twitter. So,
so Matt Crooks is the PFA Community Champion for 2022-23, and that's the only one so far. They only started half an hour ago.
Oh, these are the PFA awards? No, what?
No, the Club Awards.
Club Awards.
Yeah, Club Awards.
But that's an award from the PFA that Crooks has won.
All right, well, congratulations.
Congratulations to Matt.
I think we're done. We're done, fellas. We didn't get anything from the Coventry fan, so there we go. Thank you, Jack.
Not a problem.
Paul.
Good to be back.
And fingers crossed for Monday. We'll catch you next week as we start building up. I won't be here, actually. I'll be in Thailand trying to book me tickets for the second leg. You'll connect in. Good lads. I'll see you from there. We'll do a live remote from, not at this time of night. You're joking. It'll be about 3 o'clock in the morning. Catch you later. See ya.